Hey, what's up guys? Dragon or David here, whichever you want to call me, and today I have some Call of Duty Black Ops. It's a firing range domination game with the AK-74U. I was actually using extended mags. I was trying to get a contract done, and so sorry about the 74U, but I think the gun's a lot more balanced than it used to be, and it's nowhere near as good as it was. So that's why all you see really anymore is FAMASs, but I'm not here to complain about that. What I wanted to talk about today is, well, let me talk a little bit more about the gameplay. There's there's one thing I want to point out. There's kind of two. I don't know if I really want to point out to one moment, but there's alright, there's a moment where I should have died and I didn't. So I thought it was pretty epic that you guys might enjoy. Also, there's a really bullshit second chance death that I take that I just want to point out, and to show that second chance actually does need to be fixed, and not just because I think it's a perk that shouldn't be in the game. I don't like it, but it actually does have problems where it's broken. But anyway, I wanted to talk about a series that I'm going to be doing. I promise you guys, I know a lot of my commentaries are like me just talking about series and ideas and just videos I want to put up that I never do, or that's all I talk about. And I really want to do actual regular commentaries where I talk about things. I know I've done some about my life, but I want to do some some pretty good actual commentaries where I talk about my interests or something that isn't just me talking about Call of Duty. But anyway, so the series I'm going to be doing is for Black Ops. I wanted to, the inspiration for this idea came from two different commentators, Muzza Fuzza and Xbox Ahoy. So they both do series that kind of relate to talking about the way guns work, what attachments work, how the attachments work for that gun, and things like that. And basically just giving you guys a look at the different guns in Call of Duty Black Ops. So they are, Xbox Ahoy with, I don't know what his is called, and then there's Muzza Fuzza with How to Palm. So if you haven't seen those, you check them out. They're pretty cool. But anyway, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be more specifically looking at how the attachments for that gun work. Perk-wise, I'm going to be using Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and Hacker, what I consider probably be the most used perks in the game. They're most generic, the ones you see from people the most. This way, it's kind of biased, and I'm going to be using Ghost, Sleight of Hand Pro, and just regular Hacker, because that's how those perks are right now. I have Sleight of Hand Pro, and I have but I don't have Hacker or Ghost Pro, and I'll just stick to that. I'll probably end up prestiging while doing this series, because I'm like 41 now, and I'll definitely get to 50 before the end of this series. So I'll take a break and get Sleight of Hand Pro again when I need to, and I'll make sure I don't get Ghost or Hacker Pro. But anyway, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking directly at the KD of how that gun works with each attachment, and basically what this series is going to help you guys do, as well as myself, is wanting to give you some kind of different gameplay from just FAMASs and whatever other assault rifles and submachine guns you see typically a lot in this game, and instead give you guys a good change of pace, as well as give you guys basically a look at all the different attachments and how they work for all the guns in the game. Right here is just a quick second chance death that I took that I was talking about. I think it explains itself. Guy goes in second chance and fires about 10 shots with his Galil before he finally actually switches to his pistol. So pretty fucked up. But anyway, so like I said, it's gonna allow you to kind of look at each of the attachments for the gun and see which one works, KD wise, the best. And I want to base it off KD because killing is the #1 thing you do in this game. And if I was to base it off of objective play or something, it would be kind of hard. One, because the gun doesn't so much affect how many flags caps you get as much as like how well your teammates are doing or how defensive the enemies are playing. So KD, I think, is the #1 stat that correlates to how well a gun works, and plus how good of a player you are. So as long as I keep everything biased, and the only thing that changes is the attachment and the gun for the most part, it'll allow us to really look at how good the gun works with that attachment, and it'll give us the best results, I think. Which is why I'm doing TDM instead of free-for-all. Might be better. I don't know, but I think I'd rather do TDM because I think more people play TDM than free-for-all. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. I keep saying anyway, and I'm trying not to. I need to find a better way to segue from part to part as I talk, and it's just another thing I'm nitpicking at as I go on with my commentaries to try to get better at it. But like I was saying, so to give you guys an example, the first video I'm going to be doing is the Enfield with extended mags. And what I'm going to do is, the way I'm going to be deciding the KD for each of these attachments is I'm going to play 3 games, record all of them, and do live commentary for all of them. But I'm not going to post all of them, don't worry. I'm not going to do 3 videos per attachment. That would be, I think I thought about it, and the total was like 800 videos or something, which is ridiculous. Or 800 games, which is like, 800 videos, maybe 400 if I do 20-minute videos, which is still a shitload. I mean, if I was to do 10-minute videos, this series would take as long as some commentators have videos. Like Wings Redemption only has like 1,200 videos, so we have almost as much as him from one series for one game, and that's just unnecessary. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out of the 3 games that I play doing live commentary, I'm gonna take the best game out of that and use that to give you guys the best gameplay with that gun, so you can see, hopefully, if I get a good gameplay out of those 3, what the gun looks like with that attachment when it's doing pretty well. What I'm gonna do is once I get with that final game, whatever game I get out of the 3 that I choose, I'm gonna share the gameplay, and give you guys the live commentary to enjoy, and then after the video's over, I'm gonna do a quick summary of how that gun works with that attachment, as well as to give you guys the average KD for that gun with that attachment. So for example, if my 3 KDs with the extended mag Enfield were 1, 2, and 3, so one game I go like 20 and 20, the next game I go 20 and 10, and then the next game I go 15 and 5. So that's a 1, 2, and 3 KD. If you add those all up, that's 6. Then divide that by 3, that's 2, which gives us an average KD of 2. So with that attachment, my average KD is 2. So I'm going to do this for all the attachments for that gun, and then we're going to see which attachments got the best KD performance-wise, and that'll kind of give us an idea of which attachments seem to work best for that gun. Obviously, some people are going to be better with different guns, so some people are better with assault rifles, and some people are better with submachine guns. Some people are better with suppressors, and some people are better with dual mags, or red dots, or ACOGs, or whatever. So this isn't going to be a perfect thing to go off of, because each of you guys might prefer different weapons and attachments. But it will give you guys hopefully a pretty good analysis of how the attachments work on the gun, and which ones you might want to try if you're going to use a different gun, and maybe you're tired of using the FAMAS or the Commando and you want to change things up, and you guys can use this and have a gameplay view as well as a statistical view based off the KDs I get, to kind of decide what to use on that gun and really take a good look at how the attachments work on these guns. So and at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an overall KD for each of the guns regardless of attachment. So if I play 30 games, I'm going to take those 30 KDs, average them all out between all those games, and give you guys a final KD for all the weapons in the game. And then this way we can see which assault rifle or submachine gun or LMG works the best out of its class. So we might go into the assault rifles, and most likely my highest KD weapon is going to be the FAMAS, which is probably going to have an average of 2 to 3, I think. That's my guess. And maybe something like the FNFAL or the M14 will probably have the lowest average KD, out of all the attachments. And this way you guys can see not only which attachment seems to work best for each gun, but then which each gun out of that, the assault rifle class, out of the submachine gun class, out of the LMG class, which gun out of, the whole entire assault rifles and all submachine guns, which ones work best out of that. So you can be like, alright, well, if we finish the series, we'll say we finish all the assault rifles, and I'm like, okay, the top 3 assault rifles KD-wise were the FAMAS, which I think it's going to be the FAMAS, probably the AUG, and then like the Galil. Those are obvious. And then it's going to be like maybe the Commando and the AK-47, and then, or whatever and whatever. And this way you guys can take a look at not only go, okay, well, I want to try a new assault rifle. This one had a pretty good KD out of all the assault rifles. I'm going to try this. Then you can go to that summary of that gun, where I look at all the attachments and show all the KDs for the attachments of that gun, and then you can say, okay, which attachments work best for that gun. And this way you can really kind of give you guys a guideline of what gun to try out and which attachments to try out with that gun. So other than that, guys, the video's been done for like a minute now, but I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the series, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.